In a dimly lit alleyway, a distressed girl called out for help, while two menacing punks pursued her with sinister intentions. The alley reached a dead end, and as the boys closed in on her, her cries for assistance grew louder. Out of nowhere, a young boy appeared and intervened, sternly warning them to back off. The punks scoffed at him, attempting to dismiss his warning. However, he persisted, slowly unwrapping a bandage from his neck. To their shock, a peculiar hole in his neck appeared, and an unsettling swarm of black ants emerged from it. One of the punks uttered a curse when suddenly, blood splattered, and he turned to witness a gruesome scene. The other punk's lower body was all that remained, while a monstrous insect-like creature, armed with massive mandibles, loomed over them. The creature, to the boy's surprise, began to communicate, cautioning him not to interfere. Terrified, that punk fled in the opposite direction. The girl they had been following was an insect monster in disguise, luring them in. That boy's whole body was covered with ants now, and the scene shifts to the next day. Investigators known as bug reapers gathered evidence at the scene of the carnage, which resembled a battlefield. They discovered the severed lower body of a man and his right arm, leaving them puzzled about the nature of the conflict that had transpired. They learned that a boy had been spotted near the incident site. Their peculiar-looking chief analyzed the situation while flicking a cigarette. It was revealed that since 2005, monstrous beings in insect masks had begun to emerge in the world, inflicting physical harm, violence, and even devouring humans. The most terrifying aspect was that these creatures lived among humans, referred to as insectors. In another scene, we find the same boy in a classroom casually snacking as the class buzzed with discussion about the previous night's incident in Naemandan. Head girl Cho Ara, also a member of the Bug Reaper organization, urged her classmates to report any suspicions of insectors to their team. The teacher informed them that the police had linked the incident to insectors, dispelling it as more than an urban legend. Therefore, they were cautioned against hanging out after school. Seijin, the masked girl and Cho Ara's friend, raised her concerns about Cho Ara living in Naemandan. The boy's name was Ka Maizan. Two bullies in the class ridiculed the Bug Reapers. When the teacher instructed the students to submit their assignments, only two students submitted, Maizan and Cho Ara. Maizan noticed an ant on his desk and tried to touch it, but suddenly, he crushed it with his foot. The bullies began to tease Maizan and curiously peeled off his bandage, revealing the peculiar hole in his neck. Bully got creeped out after an ant just crawled out of that hole. Maizan remained calm. Seijin disclosed Cho Ara's crush on Maizan. Cho Ara proceeded to the teacher's room to submit the assignments, and the teacher's reaction puzzled her. He cursed under his breath, then informed her and Maizan that they could go home while assigning garbage collection as a punishment to the others. Cho Ara contemplated the daunting prospect of returning home alone in Naemandan. She realized that Maizan also lived there. She approached him, asking if they could walk home together, but he declined with a cold demeanor. Later that day, as the students began collecting trash as per the teacher's instructions, the two bullies refused to participate and tried to sneak out of the school. Wait, what the hell is Zoro doing here? Never mind, he's lost again. We also see that Maizan is also sitting alone in the class. When everybody was busy in collecting the trash, they got an opportunity to sneak out to the back side of the school. They were walking to the fence. To their surprise, a massive insector appeared before them. The bullies met a gruesome fate, instantly decapitated. Terrible chaos erupted as the insector ran toward the students, brutally crushing them with its boulder-like hands. Cho Ara and Seijin ran for their lives, but Seijin fell, unconscious, after hitting her head. Cho Ara attempted to help her, but it was too late. The colossal insector loomed before them. In a daring move, Cho Ara stood her ground, ready to save her friend. The insector reveals his human face. To her shock, it's their class teacher. She was stunned. The insector made a menacing advance, attempting to crush them. Out of nowhere, a swarm of ants materialized, saving them by severing both of the insector's hands. With tears in her eyes, Cho Ara looked at the black ants and turned around, only to find a humanoid figure controlling the ants.